Previously on Dungeon Masters.
Every single halfling in the village feasting greedily on the blood-soaked fruits. Zora's nails get a little longer, and you see her pick up another one and another one. This massive tree kind of undulating, and as it splits, emerges Strahd von Zarovich.
I'm gonna go up and just fall to my knees and say, I offer myself.
He begins to sink his fangs into your neck.
Yes. I'm gonna slip around the back to see what this commotion is.
You see a raven. Being that that's your second failure, you are petrified. Turned immediately to stone.
I start to let out a scream. No!
As I see everything start to fall apart, I channel the wintry embrace of my goddess.
You all see Zora's body limp in Strahd's arms as he continues to feed from her. You die.
Oh, shit!
The next day passes in an anticipation that drives all of you nearly up a wall. The village, the carnage now somewhat subsided, is solemn. As much as you try to reason with the people who live there, they believe they've done something to anger their deity, which brought down that fist so hard upon them and their loved ones. Much like your party, the village did not escape unscathed. And with the Death's Head tree uprooted and the banshee captured, the banshee that sort of powered this conduit between Barovia and Sithicus, whatever strange aura was protecting this place dissipates.
Oh.
And the people here are enveloped in the same miasma and darkness that plagues the rest of the continent that you're on. Despite this, these people still do their best to help you.
Whoa.
One of their number is able to cure the member of your party of their petrification, but their only recommendation for Zora, now touched and marked to be reborn or reincarnated by Strahd, is to destroy her. A proposition they leave with you, the only one they view as an expert on the subject and one of their peers. They leave you to contemplate this as you all sit at the end of what might be the hardest day of your lives in a quiet little tent in what used to be Little Barovia. Zora's body is cold on the ground next to you. And to Zora and to Dev, as your dungeon master, I'll say this. Mortals that have the misfortune of dying in Ravenloft don't usually die. Often they come back. Your spirit hovers above your corporeal form, awaiting your fate at the hands of your party. For when Zora arises, you've been assured by the people of this village, she will not arise as a Dhampir like they did, but as an undead, a vampire, a creature of the night. When you ask them for a cure, this is the one they give you. The only cure is destruction. These words echo in your mind as the halflings retreat and leave you to decide what to do with your friend.
They told us that if people die, they'll automatically come back. Do we know this?
That's something only Zora knows.
We don't know this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the truly chosen of Strahd come back as full-fledged vampires. And his most favored, there were rumors that they would be whisked away to Barovia, what the halflings view as their version of heaven.
Wow.
The only way out of Sithicus for them and to a promised land.
It's not heaven.
It's not heaven.
Wouldn't call it heaven.
It seems nice.
Crem is literally sat next to her, has placed her hand, around her sternum, and is very much sort of watching everybody else very intently.
Are there any religious texts in this town?
Yeah, looking through the religious texts in this town, the required reading, you begin to piece the story together. The people here, so beaten down and so defeated by Soth's rule and the hardships they've had to endure on Sithicus, when they were offered succor at the hands of a different Dark Lord, they confused it for the hands of a more kind deity. And of course, Strahd, loving to stick it to Soth whenever he can, like the true mean girl that he is,
He really is a mean girl.
engaged in this little play just to get a rise out of him.
Where are you?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
I have the banshee.
You do.
Is the outside currently hostile?
Not for you.
You have mists.
Ah, yes. I think I'm in the tent, but I have taken a piece of whatever, the wreckage of the town now, and I've fashioned a stake, and I'm just holding it. In case. Am I just still holding the banshee?
Have you let it go?
Well, if I let it go, will it go somewhere?
Absolutely.
Then I'm holding it.
Yeah.
Where's Contessa?
Tessa is still holding your inanimate body.
She's bound to you.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, look, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get you away from Strahd. Your sister is here?
Let me go to her.
Oh.
Okay, look, if I let you go, are you gonna run away?
No.
Inside check.
Go for it.
Oh God, I'm so close to a 19. 7.
You don't think she will. You get the sense that she is more excited to see her sister than she is eager to be free of you.
Okay, look, here. Your sister is underneath her dress. I know that sounds weird, but they've got a thing.
Better her than you. I was there when you snatched her up. Monster.
Oh, right, I forgot. Forgot you were there. Sorry.
She sucks her fangs at you
Ugh.
and then bobbles into the tent that the rest of you are in. You see the two banshees kind of get excited and speak almost in their own little language as they like whirl around each other.
I think we have until tomorrow to decide her fate. If we wait till the end of the day, she will arise, as it were.
Do we have any idea if she'll still be amenable to traveling with everyone?
I assume as long as we don't travel in the sun.
I kind of meant more personality-wise.
I think I might need to gather some intel. And I am hesitant to ask for your assistance, but you seem particularly good at telling if a person is lying.
My undead body lifts up.
If I'm being honest, I'm good at lying.
All right. I think I may need to interview both of her husbands and figure
Right.
out what they think we should do. And if you could just perhaps back me up.
Okay, I mean, do what you need to do. I am going to hold on to this stake until she wakes up and and I'll see what happens.
Perhaps we may need it. I am not certain yet. And I open the tent, and presumably I assume both of you are at her side.
Her hand's on top of her like sternum. One of my hands is on top of that.
I'm standing in the corner away from them, but there.
She cannot speak for herself, and I want to know what you think we should do. While she was a woman of many secrets, I believe the two of you, at this point, know her the best.
Can you give us the tent?
Like ownership of it?
No, leave.
Oh.
You want me to leave?
I want both of you to leave.
I want to ask you because it has been tasked with me.
I understand what you want. I'm asking you to leave the tent, please.
After everything else.
Leave the tent!
Fine, I'll leave the tent. Don't let that banshee go anywhere.
After this uncharacteristic outburst, Crem takes out the piece of string that he often fashions with lavender, forms a very simple structure, and then sort of like lets the two banshees sort of play amongst it.
Oh.
Sort of tries to get them to scoop through it.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
It's a charisma, right? So persuasion, that's just a straight 0, so 13.
At first, they're suspicious of you, and then they kind of enjoy playing your little game, but more so playing with each other for the first time in a long time.
Here's you and I are, for the first time, in accordance. I do not like those two particularly, but, needs must and all that. Sort of like place two parts, like a little stick to hold one side, and I attach the other side to the side of the tent. There, you may occupy your shells.
It's not really up to either of them. I don't even think it's up to me, Professor.
Tell me, Eloin, apart from my wife, did you ever have a family?
No.
Here's the thing you learn along the way, making life's mistakes and whatnot. There is a few things that really are immutable in life. Love is not something you enter into lightly. and it can make you do the craziest of things. But really, when you are faced with a situation, you realize how simple it is.
You don't believe in death, not really, do you?
No, I do not. I believe we have the power in our hands.
Do you believe in the gods? Their power over us, like others do?
Well, I would be a fool to not acknowledge their presence. Their display of magic, their display of faith is quite obvious for anybody to see. But do I believe that they have the right to judge us? That is a longer conversation, I think, but I feel you understand me on this. Our wife will come back. The question is not whether she will or will not. The question is how and why, and whether we should.
Bhullar. Nora.
Zora.
I won't let anyone touch her.
Nor will I.
While you're having that conversation in there, outside the tent. So, have you been traveling with them long?
I've been working with them for a bit. I don't have friends.
Really?
I'm a bit of a crossroads, as it were.
With whether you're going to leave them or not?
Yes.
How do you intend to get out of this plane?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? I can't leave without them.
Them or the banshees?
I don't like what you're suggesting. How do you plan to get out of here?
Well, you see, I got here of my own accord, but leaving has been difficult. I don't think they can hear me here, which has been...
I feel the same.
It's been a while since I've been the only person in my head. A little vacation. But eventually I'll have to find a way out, and I think having those banshees will help.
Against my better judgment, would you propose perhaps a deal?
I don't see why not. Let's try and find a way out of here.
What in the Barovia?
Let's.
That was devilish, you two.
Oh, was it?
Devilish.
Was
Yes.
it?
I've been summoned, and I am called back in.
I'll also sort of move into the room, but just stay at the door.
No one's going to touch her.
And you've both decided this.
Ah, yes, we have.
She decided it.
I know both of you weren't up there.
You were, though.
I was. I did hear a little bit of the conversation, and she did agree to this.
I thought.
Zora has always chosen her own path. I was just fortunate, as I'm sure you feel, to have walked next to her for some time.
If she didn't do it this way, she would have done it another way.
Well, that's fine. I don't mind that she did it, nor do I have any moral objections, but I'm more concerned of whether or not she's going to wake up and want to feed.
I'll find her food. Do we have your word you'll leave her alone?
Certainly.
The only reason I would have to do anything to her is if she tried to kill me specifically.
You do only care about yourself. That tracks.
We are in accordance.
Indeed.
I'm gonna go hunting for something to give her when she wakes up.
Now that this has been reconciled as a plan of action, there's something I'd like to try.
Okay.
Ever since he's transformed, although there are pressing matters, he's also quite preoccupied with what's happened to him, and the fact that Solus also became a part of that. And he surmised that it was triggered by the moon. However, he has in the past experimented with potions to alter an effect, and he's sort of thinking, would it be possible to provoke the change by experimenting with a potion that once taken could essentially give him a limited time to do the same thing again.
Give me an intelligence check.
Straight intelligence, nothing else yet. My intelligence is +3. Can I guide myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's with guidance. So it's a 4, and then 7, 4, 11 plus 3, it's 14.
With a 14, if you spend enough time, you could maybe create a spell scroll or a potion that would allow you to conjure a temporary fount of moonlight. It would definitely imbue you with some of the powers of your lycanthropy, but maybe not the full conversion you get at a true full moon.
Okay.
You are a man of science. You're open to
Sure.
experimentation.
And of course, there is what is life without a certain amount of risk?
I'm going to keep that very quiet. I'm not telling anybody what I'm doing. I'm just sort of doing this for myself.
I'm going to find some of the more devout halflings, and I'm going to approach them and I'm going to say, Lord Strahd has chosen a new faithful, and she must be fed.
Give me a persuasion check. See if any of them willingly come with you.
Hey kids, you want to go to heaven?
Bro. Oh no.
That is 10 plus 3, 13.
It's enough. Let's see, who is it gonna be?
I
What?
think we know who it's gonna be.
You want it to be Lae'zel?
Oh, what'll happen to all her potatoes?
Not the potatoes.
Not the potato girl.
Eloin, you think you've found a volunteer, not eager to be a sacrifice, even understanding what you're asking, but hoping to perhaps spare the village from more of the Lord's wrath. In the tent,
As Eloin is out looking for a juice box, as it were, I think I finally, for a moment, get to just assess the situation going on. And as I look at your body suspended in this moment between life and unlife, I notice you have your wedding ring on.
Which wedding?
His.
You're currently married to.
Let's say I carry it with me, but I don't wear it.
Okay. Have I seen you put it in a bag or?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Crem, I know you and I do not see eye to eye. There is one other way to save Zora. It would require your wedding ring, though.
I don't know if you understand how this works. You're not the first cleric I've met. You and your orders seem to always want to intervene in people's affairs. Whether you're asked or not, you think it's your divine right to come in and meddle around with people.
Right. Certainly, I wouldn't want to meddle in the affairs of your whimsical science, violating those who are dead and bringing them back, whether they ask for it or not.
And how exactly does that affect you?
You do realize that death is inevitable, but in this moment, it does not have to be Zora's fate. I am asking just for an opportunity to prevent her from being harmed. If we continue to travel with her, my light will harm her. She will not be able to travel in the day. She will never be able to look upon the sun again, and she will only be able to savor blood as food. I don't know if that is what she would want, but this would be our only chance to decide.
And there it is. You think, because of your God, you get to decide my wife's wishes. You say that death is inevitable. Can your God die?
I don't think any god can truly die, but it is not my responsibility to know.
That's up for debate.
You wish to kill a god?
I'm just saying, I don't like your arrogance.
Is it not I who keeps you healthy in the field? Is it not I that has done my best to protect Lavindria, despite my trepidations, my reservations about her condition?
And the thank you have received in abundance is the pay that you both have received.
I have not been paid.
Not yet, you have not. I am a man of honor, and of course, we are keeping track, are we not, of your good deeds, and your wise words, and your healing, and your help. But the audacity you have that you think you can tell me about my wife's wishes!
I would argue that you're making decisions for your wife's wishes as well. She's not awake to give her wishes, although I did hear her consent to being turned into this state. But you both have a problem with thinking you are right.
She really said yes?
100% is what I heard.
Then there is nothing more for us to discuss. Then I leave.
I sit down, huffing and puffing. I look back to Zora.
I don't know if you can hear this, and I feel stupid even trying to talk to you, but I really hope you know what you're doing.
Just sort of stare at my wife.
The banshee that is more familiar to you, Contessa, smaller now than she was earlier, bobs in between your fingers. As she does so, she just says, I don't know who's right and who's wrong, but she was suffering greatly.
Oh, sometimes I forget how simple life can be.
Hers never was simple. She was bound to a fate, much like myself, that neither of us ever agreed to. And every life she wore, I think she was just trying to get away from the life she was dealt at the outset. I don't think it's about either of you. And she kind of gestures to outside the tent at what you can only imagine is Eloin. I think she deserves to suffer and be sad and not have to sing a song to soothe either one of you.
Little one,
And maybe if you understand that, then she can be yours once more. And maybe if she weren't afraid that you'd turn away from her dark gift and what she perceives as ugliness inside her, because we get to wail as often as we sing beautiful songs. And I think if she knew that her wail wouldn't unmake you, then maybe you'd hear her sing more often.
Sometimes loving something so much, unfortunately, means you have to let go.
Sometimes loving something so much means you fight for it.
And you see the two sisters now kind of hover near each other as love takes many forms.
Arg.
With that, I'm going to sit back, take out my little pipe, sort of pack it with some shag.
What's shag?
Shag is like an old-fashioned term for tobacco.
Oh!
And,
Fill it with carpet.
yeah.
I was a little bit confused. So like the carpet?
And sort of, I do this very rarely. He very rarely has this. He sits back, lights it, and just watches the two sisters dance around her body.
As I leave the tent, I go and rejoin Lividity, and I say, do you know where the last banshee is?
I think I have an idea.
Fantastic.
Look, you're under no obligation to stop this person from coming back, nor are you under any obligation to heal anybody here. And if your healing, while you're doing it, happens to hurt a specific person, I don't see why that's your fault.
I've sworn an oath not to do that anymore. If anything, my plan is to intend to keep people alive, or if they come back, to ensure that they are guided back to rest.
Well, we'll have to see who's paying attention when I die and whether or not I come back. Maybe you go and find Eloin. I can watch Professor. Make sure he doesn't go anywhere with our banshees.
I will go off to see if I can find Eloin.
Zora, your eyes flutter open as the night rises, and never before has the singing of midnight ever felt like such music to your ears. You feel no cold, no hunger, no warmth, just the numbness that comes with undeath. As you rise, embraced by a projection of Strahd, you are reborn in his image of a vampire.
I kind of look down at myself to see if there's anything physically different. I realize that it's happened.
Some of your teeth are a little longer than they used to be, but more importantly, you notice, looking down at your hands, where you used to see shadowy threats of long, bony fingers and talons, your hands are once again slender and beautiful, being the young maiden that you are now, no longer marked for hagdom.
Oh, wow.
I look up and I see Crem. He doesn't see me.
Do you not immediately notice that she's like kind of sad?
Like
Okay.
literally,
Yeah,
like
I'm literally, I'm sort of, like, I'm not next to you anymore because I sort of moved away and the two kids are like, you know, playing.
Yeah.
And I just sort of been...
Yes, I was working. What?
Crem.
I sort of start back.
Oh, I thought we'd lost you. How do you feel?
Numb. Any news of Lavender? Is she okay? Is she safe?
No, we haven't been able to. Well, you were the one who. Silly me, I could ask Solus to maybe, I don't know. You sure you feel like you?
I don't feel anything at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you amongst us, my dear.
Maybe when you turn to go, I'm approaching with
Lila.
Lila. Is she awake?
I can feed her. We don't need a volunteer.
She's not like me. She might not stop.
I can heal myself.
All right. Lila, it seems you don't get to meet your god tonight.
I must confess, I was a bit scared.
Smart girl.
As long as nothing bad's gonna happen to the village, if I don't.
I'd lock your doors tonight.
She retreats, scared, to the safety of her home.
You just gave that poor woman very conflicting information.
I enter the tent. I smell it immediately, right?
Y'all can see it. This is a vampire. There is a new pallor on Zora's skin, and two fangs peek over her plump ruby lips.
I walk up to her and I look her in the eyes and I just try to find her soul.
That's an existential question, I think.
I don't think I see it. Zora, how are you feeling?
I'm scared.
You're not alone.
And I think you might be the only one who can help me.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
It's your choice. Wesley says you can feed on her or you can feed on me.
Or we can find another halfling.
I'm sorry, I love Liv.
Is there a third option? Perhaps lividity?
Lividity is in the door now, and you see is carrying a stake, just like kind of like when their arms crossed.
Oh, I think when I see that, I just get to the furthest.
Oh, please calm down. I'm not doing anything. It was just a precautionary measure.
Put it away.
I didn't know what you were going to be like when you woke up.
I saw you up there. You were this close to me.
Correct.
You didn't help me.
No, but I did get the banshee, which was our purpose in coming here.
Of course, why would I have assumed any loyalty on your part?
We said we were going to work together to find the banshees. You were enraptured by Lord Strahd and were giving him your consent to do what he did. I didn't want to interrupt.
You didn't hear why.
No, I didn't. But I assumed you knew what you were doing.
I did know what I was doing.
Then great. Neither of us did anything wrong.
If I see that stake anywhere near me, I can't be responsible for what I'm going to do.
No complaints from me.
Wesley, how does this work?
You've seen it before.
And you can heal yourself?
I'm going to do a 3rd level cure wounds on myself. I assume because it's been over a day, we've had a long rest, so I have all my slots back.
Yeah.
That's a great assumption to make. Do I also get a long rest?
You've had a really long
Really, I've had a 2-day
You'll
long
continue
rest.
to have a long rest.
Yeah, no. You do have a long rest. You took the big sleep, actually.
Yeah, so do I feel quite refreshed?
Absolutely. Everyone else has to do a Constitution save and beat a DC 12 because one of your party members is dead, and that makes this a little
Natural
bit harder. Natural 20. Liv sleeps like a baby. Liv doesn't care if all of these people die.
I get +5. What is that?
That is a 3. You didn't sleep.
Oh, can I put guidance?
Yeah. We were allowing you to
+5
guidance
is
each other.
8. I just need fucking 2.
4.
Yep, okay.
That's
12.
enough. 12.
Thank you.
I'm also going to give myself guidance. 10 + 1 + 2, 13.
Save.
Cool.
I did not sleep.
Okay.
Even when Professor fell asleep, I stood guard.
Okay, perfect.
So
you
I'll give
won't
myself-
enjoy the benefits of a long rest, but you won't risk a level of exhaustion either in this case.
I turn to Eloin. I know I'm not like you. In many ways, I'm a lot worse. Could I do any harm to Wesley without even meaning to do it? Just tell me the truth.
Possibly, yes.
Could I hurt her, kill her?
Possibly.
What does that mean, possibly? How possibly?
I'm not like you. I can't predict what you're going to feel like when you taste the richness. It's like nothing you've ever tasted before. It's life.
In all seriousness, I believe the intention is what matters, and you have to intend to turn the person. Otherwise, you're just draining blood from them.
As you do that, I'm going to come up to you. While I see this, as I walk past, I grab you very strongly on the forearm, say, you and I have our differences, but I appreciate what you're doing for my wife. Here. And I'm going to, there's a little contraption I have on my wrist. I'm going to sort of turn it a little dial. It has little needles that come out. I'm just going to go into your arm. This is resistance. And I'm going to turn it to necrotic
Amazing.
as a cantrip and just put it into you.
Very good. So normally, feeding off of you would reduce your hit point maximum.
Ooh.
We're going to say that this
know that.
negates that effect.
Yay!
Thank you.
You've inoculated
Yeah.
Wesley.
Yeah, like a kind of thing.
Fantastic.
And then just going to walk past you without saying a single word.
I know that you can't do it for me.
No, you can do it.
Ooh, yeah.
And I leave the tent.
I leave it in.
Okay, I'm gonna feed from Wesley.
Okay. Wesley, it hurts, but with the inoculation, you're not weakened the way you would be from a vampire spawn's bite.
See, when she pulls away, I wipe the blood from her lips.
It's too much.
Leftovers.
Reheat.
Don't waste any of it. Don't waste any of it.
Don't waste anything.
Now that they're awake and everyone's focused on her, I am keeping an eye on the banshees.
Speaking of, as this happens, The new banshee is just like, are you done with your sad little displays of affection?
Did Strahd turn you before or after you died?
What?
Some people just have sharp teeth, Alexander Ward. My third sister.
Yes.
Do you intend to find her? And if so, what do you intend to do with us?
We do intend to find your third sister.
Yes.
My sister seems to be under the impression that you'll keep your word,
I intend to keep my word.
even if it means doing battle with them. Not everyone here will agree to your terms. I'm sure you know that.
What do you mean?
That is for me to know and you to find out. Do you intend to keep your word to Contessa or not?
I do.
Then I will help you in any way that I can. You've been tracking us for some time.
I have, correct?
Why haven't you taken my third sister yet?
Well, I haven't gotten there yet. I
It's
can only,
because you can't.
can only be in one place at a time.
Don't lie to me!
And you hear a shriek come out as another wail emits from the tent.
I'm not lying. I can
You can't
only
make
be
it into the Lake of Sorrow. You haven't found a way.
correct. I have not.
Pathetic.
Question. Having heard the wail and now being acutely listening to it, do I hear her say Lake of Sorrow?
Oh yeah, if you're listening in, yeah.
No, I'm listening.
It's a tent, not a so the
Cool.
the walls are fabric. As the wail emits, every single piece of fabric that constructs this like temporarily goes and then kind of like comes back down, yeah.
Yes, I believe your sister is in the Lake of Sorrows, and no, I have not found a way to get to her, and I'm not lying. I can only be in one place at a time.
And what do you intend to do with us?
I don't know.
Take us back to Soth.
What do you want to have done with you?
Anything is better than that prison.
Great. Then we'll do anything else.
You know, imbued with 3 banshees, you could be the Dark Lord of this domain, but I doubt that even crossed your pathetic little mind. Small as your dreams are. Always looking for a way out, never a way through.
For someone as small and round as yourself, you seem to think you know a lot.
I've been around a long time, and I've listened to people far above your pay grade talk about things so vast, your small brain would have difficulty comprehending that.
Sure, fine, whatever.
Your dead god doesn't live here. He can't help you.
I'm very aware.
You still cry about him in the night, though.
She wanders away almost defiantly.
What's your name?
My name is Confession.
Confession?
I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it.
What songs do you sing of?
What do you think? Songs of regret. You would strike a great symphony. You're full of regrets.
Confession. It occurs to me that you know Soth's greatest regrets intimately.
Yes, these are the songs I sing.
Would you be able to enlighten us to what he regrets most?
He regrets all of it. His friendships, his broken vows, his marriage. Soth's is a tale of obsession, of lovelorn, of jealousy.
Is there anyone here that still knows of Soth from before he...
No,
No.
this place was created when he was cast here.
From where?
There is no one from before. There is nowhere from before.
I'm gonna, at this point, wander back in again. Confession, is it?
Yes.
I have a question. You talk about this lake of sorrow. Is that metaphorical or literal?
It was created by my sister's weeping. She cried for 600 days and 600 nights when she was parted from us. And therefore it is full of her sorrow.
So, liquid.
And those that dwell into it, that fall into it, are consumed by sorrow. It goes on forever.
I have a feeling it is a combination of reality and metaphor.
Well, the reality part, I believe I have a solution. The other, well, maybe more divine intervention may be needed,
Your gods won't help you here.
but science might.
Perhaps science is the deity created by mortals when the gods are too callous to listen.
We'll do our best to get your sister back to you and find a way in to the Lake of Sorrows.
You were doing your best when you were captured by Soth.
Look, I'm trying to help.
She was alone then.
What's your sister's name?
Her name is Consolation. There are other ways out of here. I can help you. I can imbue you with powers much like my sister did. She made you all very, very powerful.
We can't leave without the daughter.
You can.
Yes, I can, but that's
Not
not...
you. That one.
What?
Her forked tongue kind of points at you.
Like the gentleman said, we're not leaving without our daughter.
Lead us to the Lake of Sorrow, and we'll reunite you with your sisters, and then we can discuss what's next.
I never did bother to ask. Do you know where your daughter is?
Currently over a chasm of terror and damnation in Soth Castle.
Well, you know what Soth will do to her.
Enough of that.
If he can't recover us, he might create a new banshee. Her voice is sweet, and she'll sing him sweet songs.
Time is a-wasting. Let us venture forth.
As though to win your favor, being far more practical than her sister Contessa, instead of offering you a piece of her own power, she offers you material gains.
Oh.
Each of you, should you wish to commune with her, gains a magic item.
Oh.
Yes. Definitely would like to commune with her, please.
Thank you, benevolent DM.
From within her form, she pulls out, for you, Wesley, a cloak of protection.
Ooh.
Nice.
It was worn by your brother when you stabbed him 16 times.
Well, let us hope that I have better luck with it than he did.
She plucks these from your very memories and she wraps a cloak of protection around you.
Wow, I can't wait to see what she's got for everyone else.
The bow you left behind when you abandoned your last adventuring party.
No.
And from your mind, she summons the oath bow.
Maybe this time you'll actually keep your oaths, Craven.
We're hearing all this, right?
Oh, she is very,
Great.
yeah.
Fantastic.
May your cowardice not lead this party to ruin as well.
And you attain an oath bow.
I can add it in here.
Yes.
Thank you.
In a very petty fashion, she bobbles past you and instead to the doctor.
Thought so.
Yeah,
Girl, this is awesome. High five. That's a great fucking
You guys
weapon.
all got pretty good
That is
items,
awesome.
The shield your lab assistant used to save your life when the explosion went off that killed her.
And you recognize an animated shield.
Yes.
The one used by Lavindria against the Red Wizard of Thay,
Yeah.
and also the one that she pulled up when that explosion in the lab went off that took her life. She pulls it from your memories, probably one of your worst memories,
Yeah, the worst memory.
and hands it to you now, corporeal, free for you to attune with.
I do so.
Ah, yes, the Ion Stone.
She plucks it from your memories, a small, shiny stone. It was that stone, that shiny little jewel, that had originally led you to that walking hut with the bird feet. Where the Baba took you and made you her own. Lured in so, and then now my voice gets changed to hers.
Lured in so easily by silly trinkets.
She takes the marble from your mind and you obtain the Ion Stone of Awareness.
Ooh.
You have advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
Oh, no way. That's great.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever.
You can also, for fun, toss it in the air and it just like orbits around your head.
Oh,
It is the Ion Stone of Awareness.
just one iron stone, to be clear?
Oh, just one.
Yeah.
Just the one stone?
Yes,
No,
one.
I'm just reading. I'm just reading the description. It says you can have up to 3. Things often are better in pairs or 3s.
And from your mind, she plucks the memory of the knife that was used to carve your symbols into your back.
Yeah, they take up a lot of from the back of the neck all the way down to about mid-back, as the sigils of all 3 were carved in, so.
You gain the Dagger of Venom.
Much appreciated. I wondered where that went.
And then she says,
I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
and dives into your fake eye.
Oh, God.
The Dagger of Venom, I think it with a bonus action you can imbue it with poison. And as she dives into your eye to keep a very close watch on you, you realize you now have 2 denizens kind of using you as a looking glass, more so than 1. You are imbued with her power and you gain a level.
Oh, incredible.
Coming up to 6 with the rest of the party.
Do we wait until... Well, we can't wait until the morning.
There is no morning anymore.
No.
There is no morning.
Yeah, the sun's gone now.
Is our carriage still there?
Oh, yeah. Is our carriage still there?
It is. The spectral horses are unaffected by the miasma that otherwise plagues the land.
But all the halflings,
They're here still.
they're here, but it's just not the cheery daytime.
Yeah.
Their protection is gone because
Okay,
the banshee's been captured.
So, do you have the carriage still? I'm not entirely sure of how to ask it to go somewhere. one of the more magically inclined of you maybe try and direct it?
Well, I used to be a dab hand with coaches. I may even be able to see if I can bend it to our will a little bit. Make it less about trust and more about direction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe your new condition will allow you to interface with it.
Maybe you just don't talk to me for the rest of this journey.
I'm trying to be helpful. Why is this a problem?
I have no idea what to do with this carriage.
I think you should take agency over your own life. But that's just me.
She's always like this, it's not you.
Well, I trust her even less, and I don't know how this is gonna go. Really, you should have told us.
Told you what?
About her.
There's nothing to tell.
You think when it comes down to it, she's going to help us?
No. No, I don't. She helps herself. In at least that much she is consistent.
So once we get the third banshee, we get rid of her. Perhaps a feast for me and you.
Whatever you ask.
Poor Crem.
No, he's sort of observing them.
Yeah.
And actually, at that point, he turns immediately in to look at the carriage. I've got vehicle handling. I would like to see whether or not I can either need to jury rig, like reins or something like that.
You have vehicle handling?
Yeah.
Artificer.
I'm gonna say,
drive a car.
I'm gonna
I
say.
can drive a car and a cart and pretty much fucking anything I turn my hand to it.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yes, you can.
I'm useful, I have purpose, and I'm quite handy in situations. May not be the best dancer, but I can get you to the dance. I'm the designated driver.
And that's a necessary role.
Stop! That's a good man, Liz. He's a good man.
Damn.
That's a good man.
So I'd like to turn, because he's always, whenever emotions get too much, he always deflects to logic, intellectualism, and he just can't, this is too much, it's too many things. So he just wants to turn to something he can do, which is to see, okay, to jury rig, if he needs to, this thing so he can actually drive it himself.
Give me, this will be an intelligence check with your proficiency added.
Indeed. Okay. So that's +3 with my intelligence. Also +3, it's +6. And that is. Oh! I got a nat 1.
Oh!
He keeps looking back, and every time he's sort of trying to do something, he's trying to.
Oh, excuse me.
And his gaze just stares at them again and again until at some point he just gives up trying to do anything. And something occurs to him about his wife. And then he just looks down at his hands. I suppose that's that. And he just sits there.
All right, I'll drive the cart.
I'll sit up there with you.
Give me an animal handling check.
I'll give you
Liz,
guidance.
to see if you can
Incredible.
get these spectral animals to heed you as opposed to what you assume might be their master.
I take the reins and I direct my intention through the reins and say,
Much obliged if you'd take us to the Lake of Sorrows. It's gonna be terrible is what that's gonna be.
We're not going anywhere.
What even is that? That was there was a 1.
There's one in
So that's
Slide
6,
down.
7, 8.
The horses begin to pull the carriage forward, somewhat to your surprise. You're standing nearby Crem, and it's very easy for you to just kind of hop and jump on in. Two of you might need to get a running start if
I'm
you.
gonna hop at the back,
Okay.
like where the luggage usually is.
Yeah.
Like the back bit. I'm just gonna fuck that. I'm gonna
I
not
get
see
in
with
here.
Oh, come on!
Get in the carriage.
And I think I'm like, what the carriage is going, I'm like, well, hey, hello! Wait for...
I'm sorry, did you want me to wait for you?
Oh. I see why you got your name, because you make everyone around you live it.
That's actually very good. I like that one. In a sentence I've never said before, I think the vampires are going to try and eat me.
Wait, literally?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if confession is to be believed, perhaps you could become the lord of this realm yourself.
It's very possible, and not a thing I hadn't thought of already, but I don't want to live here. So, I'd be much obliged if the time comes. Maybe you radiant and shine like you.
You little bitch.
If I'm not mistaken, you're not a fan of undeath.
Certainly not.
This is war.
Interesting. I'm not as worried about Eloin.
I'm sorry, did I just catch some shade there too? Did you just say I'm not?
I think you were lumped in with the vampires. Unfortunate for you.
The vampires are going to eat me.
I mean, there's all this talk of me shooting your eye out. I also saved all of you.
I don't remember you doing that.
The carriage pulls forward and quickly gathers speed, safely pulling you through the growing smog, past the ethereal purple flames that threaten to get closer and closer and closer to where you are now. Unsurprising to you, Liv, the carriage does not take you to a lake, but instead stops abruptly at a crossroads. And standing there waiting for you is a spectral knight.
Oh.
Whose pointed shoes and plumed helm are not unknown to you.
And a good evening to you, Lividity.
Hello.
Have you brought me that which I seek?
Who am I looking at?
Caradoc,
Yes, okay.
the brave knight Caradoc.
Oh, hi, Caradoc. And I say loud enough that hopefully they'll hear it inside
I'll like
of...
knock on it.
Unfortunately, I don't have the full set.
I abhor failure, Lividity.
It's not a failure, it just hasn't happened yet.
And you'll bring me the third one.
Absolutely. As soon as I get a hold of it. I already know its location, and I will be going there.
Gonna roll a little bit of an insight thing.
I'm gonna roll a deception check.
Go for it.
Why have we stopped?
Yeah, I like knock on the window. I think like a knock that you know it
Driver?
means...
Yes.
You're gonna hate
We'll get
this.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I love it. I love
so
it.
28 in deception.
Wow.
I
we
said
don't-
Caradoc loud enough that you would hear me inside.
And I knocked on the carriage in a way that you would know means danger.
Okay.
Very well then. Suppose our adventure together shall draw to a successful end.
Yes, well, I get the job done when I'm hired to do a job.
Yes, you do the job 100% of the time, half the time.
Yes.
Something to perpend.
Yes.
When I remake this place in my image and transform it from the horrible thing it is now and release us all from this prison,
Of course.
I will be in need of allies.
Oh?
Perhaps our contract can continue in some small way.
I wouldn't be upset if our business relations continued.
Above the table, you did torture him for weeks on end, right?
Caradoc is a little clueless in the sense that he came and visited
Yeah.
Liv every day in the prison,
But never let me out.
but never let them out and doesn't think that anybody would ever be mad about this. Caradoc is a ghost. He is a ghost knight. He hasn't been alive for a very, very, very long time. And he's a little weird and kooky because of it. At least that's my interpretation. In your home game, you could do whatever you want.
I must say, when you're on fire, Lividity, you truly are on fire. I'm quite vain. You know, I was told you were quite a base individual, and instead here you are, so worthy of my friendship.
You see, like, Liberty
Yes.
is just like gripping the reins so tightly, just hands just vein, just
I
fucking.
think I whisper, I'm like, I think he has a crush on you.
You know me to be a judicious man.
I know that very well. You've always kept your word.
Will allow you the use of my carriage.
I do
Since you
appreciate
have, I assume, sussed out the location of this third banshee.
I have indeed, and it is helpful in transporting the contractors that I have under my employ, as they are not so welcome in these parts.
Now, his eyes fall on you.
I must confess, I'm quite surprised. I was under the assumption that you worked alone.
Normally I do, but
So these others, they are aware of the banshees and our deal. You trust them? Are you trustworthy?
And Liberty leans forward and quietly says,
this one is aware of the deal. The others are working under a different assumption.
Oh, you knave.
As I'm on the outside at the back, whether they're aware of that or not, may I make a listening test?
Absolutely.
and
Give me a perception check.
definitely, which you will not hear, like winks at you as very much alluding to the lie.
I got a 16 plus 3 for a 19 minus 1, which is 18.
You hear.
Well, but even when I'm trying to be helpful, you don't trust me. This is incredible. I love this so much.
We can all be done with this nightmare of Lord Salt soon enough then.
Yes, I would love that. If that is all, I would like to continue to our destination.
Of course.
Then I will
But
see.
do not think to try to fool me or make off with my banshees in any way, Lividity.
My lord, I would never.
I have ways
I know you do. I would never
to
dare
draw you close, should I desire to do so.
My lord, I would never want to incur your wrath in such a way. I'm here to serve.
Give me a performance check.
I'm bad at that.
I'm gonna give you guidance.
Okay. So that's 15, 17.
He bows and then says,
I shall not deny that my heart desires for you to be more.
I knew it.
and he turns into mist.
Told you.
You just see, like, you hear all of Liddy's knuckles go.
I hate that ghost.
And I,
You hate brave knight Caradoc!
in a modern car, there would be like, in a limousine, there'd be like a little window that the driver could speak
Yeah.
to. Is there one of those?
Absolutely.
I just open it up and you hear me say,
Heavens, no.
That was Caradoc, if you didn't hear.
Oh, we heard.
And successfully placated him for now. So, continue on to the Lake of Sorrows. This has been your update from your driver.
and this closes.
The carriage moves forward, hovering at the fork and then decidedly turning down one path. Time moves strangely in Sithicus, and the expanse before you spreads out like a sheet of glass, nestled safely in the lap of the mountains that shield you from the raging, ethereal purple flames that are beginning to engulf and destroy the continent around you. You can hear large rumbling cracks in the ground shake as the very earth beneath you is being ripped apart and falling into itself, disturbed as Soth's reverie is disturbed. But the flat surface of this body of water does not display any ripples, nor does it respond to these tremors that the rest of you all feel. As you exit the carriage, you all see a perfect paper boat resting in the water, lit with small lights on the mast and on the prow.
How big of a boat are we talking?
Massive.
Whoa.
Wow.
But you notice it is starting to sink a little bit lower, as paper tends to do. You recognize some of the runes you would associate with Inza.
Oh.
Well, my time at the back of the coach has not been made in vain. I hop off. I've got in my hand a couple of little items, the tiny little hats in the shape of sailors' hats.
Cool. Cool.
And as I sort of inspect the ship, oh, yes, interesting. Oh, yes, excuse me, you may want to avail yourselves of these. Well, I don't know if you need them or not, but I'm afraid I'm rather limited in my resources, and I put my own one in my bag.
Oh.
So, in case things get a little submerged. Anyway, let me have a look at these ruins. He's quite cool with you guys, like both of you.
Wow. I mean, honestly, real.
We've drawn a line down the middle of the table.
What can I discern from the ruins?
As you cast an eye over the ruins, you can surmise that Inza has used her magic to greatly enlarge what would have been a small origami boat, specifically for the purpose of ferrying you safely to your goal.
Nice.
Well, hope for the best, plan for the worst, as always, but so you can keep hold of that.
Am I to assume this will allow us to breathe underwater?
Indeed you might. Yes, it's just a precaution. I don't believe vampires, or whatever that is, need to breathe oxygen, so for you.
So now that I'm a vampire, I don't mean anything to you.
Well, believing that you are undead persuasion, I do not think you breathe. A little courtesy for our companions, perhaps.
Thank you.
Appreciated.
You know what, Crem? I knew I was right about you.
You don't breathe. Why would you need one?
Because it looks nice.
It does look nice.
It's a nice hat.
They're really nice.
Because I
It's
wanted
a
to
nice
Like
hat.
the little marshmallow hat.
I got excited
Of the
because I thought
team.
you were going to pull some out. I was like, I want one.
Because I don't want to get left out.
over one horn, just
Yeah.
kind of like.
Because I've done nothing wrong.
And a flavor magic about these magical items is that no matter where you place it, it always shifts to a jaunty angle.
Yeah, I
Jaunty
love me a
angle.
jaunty angle. We've gone through so much, but this is the betrayal. This is the betrayal
hat.
that breaks the camel's back.
paper hat.
Actually.
So over the table, after a long
Yeah.
rest, which we had, I only get to make maximum of 3 magical items of my list I can make.
need to justify
And this
it
is
for me.
this is called a cap of water breathing, which gives you a temporary ability to breathe underwater. It doesn't last forever. But basically, it is actually a little bubble of air pops out from the hat.
Oh, cool.
And covers you like one of those
Well, like,
old-fashioned
yeah,
diving
yeah.
bell things.
I
Cool.
love that.
What were you right about when it comes to Crem exactly? You said you were always right about him. What did you mean?
I don't really want to share it in front of everyone, Wesley. But let's just say that I was turning into something before, and I was always afraid that Crem would abandon me because of that. And now I'm sure that he would have.
He's stayed by your side.
Are we having this conversation in front of him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, glass cut out. Okay, let's do this.
Well,
That's the vibe I got. Like, you want to do this? Let me do it.
Lavinia just goes and walks away.
He stayed by your side.
Boat is sinking, right? Boat is slowly.
so
Going towards
as
the
they are talking about me in front of me, I step forward to then stand onto the boat. And as I get onto the top, I turn around and go, time is of essence. I suggest you hurry up. And just for clarity, so you understand exactly my position, my wife is dead. And I move off and walk into the boat.
Wow. Oh, I am coming for your ass.
I love that.
Fire! But that was spicy hot
How do I top that?